Hey, and welcome to our channel. So, the topic for this conversation is medical coding oversaturated. I hear this a lot where I hear students and, newly certified professional coders, they're asking, can I find a job in this career? Now, I have my notes because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. So, let's talk about it. Is medical coding oversaturated? Medical coding isn't dead, but it is competitive. Okay. That's the key thing. It's not oversaturated, it's competitive. Employers still need coders. Okay. Yeah, we're still in demand. There are still many different roles that you can work from compliance, risk adjustment, professional fee, facility, denials and revenue cycle. Like the list goes on, even in education, if you want to do provider education or coder education. The challenge is that students enter the field without structure, exam strategy, or career positioning. And that's what we're going to touch on, the career positioning part of it, right? Because you're certified now and you're seeking to get a job in this industry that you worked so hard for, right? You studied the many hours, 80 plus clock hours, right? You took your certification test. I'm going to reference CPC. So 4 hours, 100 questions, and you pass with a 70% or greater, right? Now, the hard part is getting employed for some, especially if you're not already in a healthcare field, so you're seeking to get into the field, don't fret. Because even coming in as a CPCA or CPC, you still can get hired into the healthcare field as a certified professional coder, even with no experience. It's all on how you set yourself up, right? And that starts with, what do you think it starts with? Your resume, right? I have had students that came from a no healthcare industry where they were seeking to start as a certified professional coder. But guess what we did? We leveraged their past work history for the positions that they were applying for. I've had students that worked in customer service at cable companies, but we leverage the customer service as far as in taking those telephone calls, being able to address customers that are irate and how to redirect them, right? That's a skill development. So you want to look on your resume at what professional skill developments do I have, from hard skills to soft skills, right? To where you can put that on your resume and apply for the positions that you seek. Now, I also like to be honest with individuals, right? And that is, sometimes we have to start at that beginner entry level role. So that's the medical records technician. That's doing front desk check in or check out. That is doing something as far as in registration, the process to where you're calling the insurance company, you're checking the insurance verification. Okay, it came to me. All right. So there are so many entry level positions that you can get into until you can land that coding job that you're seeking, right? When you go to either a hospital or a doctor's office, always look at what it is that they're asking you to have. And you have to make sure that every time that you apply for a position, that your resume matches what they're asking. So that means you're going to have to tweak your resume for each job position that you are applying for. So the golden question that you all asked, is medical coding oversaturated? No. How does your resume look? That's number one. Are you tailoring it to each position that you are applying for? And three, are you interviewing good? That's a thing too. Because sometimes when you do make it past that resume, right? They're looking at your interviewing skills. They're looking to see if you're a great fit for us. But let's stick with the resume because there's three things. But the resume is like key because that's what's going to get you to the interview, right? So we want to make sure that each time you apply that your resume is tailored to that position, right? You want to make sure that what is on your resume is true. All right. We don't want to make up things just to get a position because that will hurt you at the end. So, how can you get started? So easy. Get you a coach, a career coach, get you a mentor, get someone to help you, have someone look over your resume, interview with your coach or your mentor, right? You want to utilize your resources to help you get where you need to be. Go to your local AAPC chapter meetings. There are hiring managers, directors, all type of high professional employees that are there. And the main thing is it's not always about what you know, it's also about who you know and networking, right? Networking and engaging with others. That's how you're going to make it in the long run to also land your career job as a certified professional coder working at a hospital or for an insurance company or a private physician office, however you choose to go with your route of employment. But you want to utilize your resources. If you're having difficulties with finding a job, they always like to say, go to people who you know. And if you don't know them, those are the great people too. And you can always find them at your local AAPC chapter meetings. I highly suggest that. And just take your time and apply for positions that could be more easier to get into and not something that, of course, if they're requesting you have 3 years or more and you don't, okay, maybe that's not the way to go, right? But sometimes I'm a believer of I'm going to apply for it anyway, and they're just going to have to deny me and tell me no because I might just be a great fit because I meet all the other qualifications, just not the 3 years. Okay, so try it, see how it works. If it doesn't work, that's okay. Try again. Well, I hope that I gave you some tips that were beneficial to help you as you're going into this new career journey as a certified professional coder. You're going to get your job is coming to you, okay? You just want to utilize your resources. And here at Cohens Coding Consulting, we have that. We have our Elevate 360 90-day coaching program where we help newly certified professional coders with being able to get to their dream job by setting them up for success through our 90-day coaching program. If you want more information about that, it's going to be in the show notes so you can check that out. Okay. Other than that, I hope to see you again. Make sure to rate and review because that is how we get out into the airways. Okay. Bye.